What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I present to you Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix Remix. In the last episode, a whole lot happened. We fought Maleficent, we fought her in her dragon mode as well. We fought Riku, who was possessed by Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. We found out that Ansem was the one really pulling all the strings and trying to use the Princesses of Heart and Kairi in order to open up the gate to the door to darkness, which is the final keyhole. And then we had to escape because Sora got turned into Heartless, and then he didn't get turned into Heartless because Kairi brought his heart back, and oh man, so much craziness. However, in this episode, there's even going to be even more going on because there's a lot of cutscenes that happen, and what we need to do is we need to talk to Sid because he's the only one that knows how to get us back to Hollow Bastion because we have to get there and lock it up. Alright, Sid, here we go. Sid, I need to go back to Hollow Bastion. I don't think I can let you do that, kid. What do you mean you don't let me? The Heartless there are multiplying by the minute. Well, I can just take him out easily, no problem. They'd eat your ship up. Okay. Then what can we do? Simple. Go around him instead of through. Okay, that's a sound piece of advice there. Alright. Install a new navigation gummy and take a new route. Oh, okay, that sounds simple. A new gummy? From where? The Secret Waterway. When I came here 9 years ago, I stored it in there in case I ever needed it. Never thought a kid would be the one to use it. Hey, I resent that. We need it just as much as anybody else does. In fact, we are saviors of the worlds, plural, and whatnot. Okay, so let us head to the Secret Waterway, because apparently that's where the secret gummy is hidden. No need to go around the long way or whatever. Now that we have high jump and all that other good stuff, we can just fly through everything here. I think I picked up all the stray chests around this area. Oh, some wizards. We're just going to ignore them. I don't need anything from you guys yet until I start collecting some synthesis items. Until then, we just fly by. I have your staff, so that's awesome. And we're in, here. There we go. Let's use the mermaid kick, because that's what it does outside of Atlantica. Hey, Kairi, what are you doing here? What a mysterious mural. Yeah, I don't think that was there before. It's almost hypnotizing. Was that there last time we were here? I don't remember. I don't think it was a sun. Was it a tree? Were all these, like, weird markings here? I don't even remember. Hey, something's happening. What do we got? Ooh, it's all sparkly. I like sparkly. Navi Gummy. Cool. That was easy. No boss fights, no Heartless. Hey, and it's a moon now. Okay, that's cool. Things change when you remove gummies, apparently. Let's go back and join the others. We should rest up. I agree with you, Sora. Okay.
A light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, your grandma's story, right?
That's right. We were together.
You know what's funny? I looked everywhere for you, but you were with me all along. Finally, we're together, Kairi. Now, it's time to get Riku back.
You think it'll ever be the same again between us? Riku's lost his...
When I turned into a Heartless, you saved me, remember? I was lost in the darkness. I couldn't find my way. As I stumbled through the dark, I started forgetting things. My friends, who I was. The darkness almost swallowed me. But then I heard a voice. Your voice. You brought me back.
I didn't want to just forget about you, Sora. I couldn't.
That's it! Our hearts are connected. And the light from our hearts broke through the darkness. I saw that light. I think that's what saved me. No matter how deep the darkness, a light shines within. I guess it's more than just a fairy tale.
Well, let's go!
You can't go.
Why not?
Because it's way too dangerous.
I'm uncomfortable with this camera angle.
Sora, we made it this far by sticking together. You can't go alone.
Kairi, even if we're apart, we're not alone anymore, right?
I can't help?
You'd kind of be in my way.
Ouch.
Okay,
Oh, well, she took that well.
you win.
Good. I like it.
Take this. It's my lucky charm. Be sure to bring it back to me.
Don't worry, I will.
Promise?
Promise.
Such a cute moment between these two.
Don't ever forget. Wherever you go, I'm always with you.
Aww. And we obtained the Oath Keeper. That's one of the staple Keyblades in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. We're going to get the other one to it a little bit later. But first, we have another scene here that is exclusive to Final Mix. This is pretty much expanding on what happened to Riku after he tried to stop Ansem from taking Kairi's heart after we beat him when he was possessed by Ansem. If you can follow that, then you know exactly what's going on. So, normally I guess I may read this and whatnot, but I say you guys, give this a read for yourselves, because this voice that Riku is hearing, if I try to do I know who's speaking, but there are people out there that may not know who's speaking. And if I try to imitate the voice, it's kind of a spoiler for later, so just read it and see what this voice is informing Riku. And I feel a little bad for him, because he realizes what he did. He realizes that, darkness is not the answer, that succumbing to the darkness was probably the worst possible choice he could make. But you know what? It all helps in developing Riku himself. That's what makes Riku awesome. He is one of the best Keyblade warriors, or Keyblade knights, is that what they're called? I don't even remember anymore. Of the modern Keyblade era. And I'm going into storyline facts that were developed during, Dream Drop distance from, Kingdom Hearts 3DS. And, some parts from Birth by Sleep and things like that. So let's just take it for what it is and know that Riku is being taught a little bit of a lesson here, that he has his own fate that he needs to follow, and that will lead him to his destiny and all that other good stuff in between. Yeah, see, and even right here, he knows how bad he screwed up, and he wants to know that, wants to have reassurance that his friends are okay, that he didn't do anything to hurt them. And as the voice is telling him, just look inside your own heart. You guys are all connected together in one big giant strand of friendship. You know what's happening to them. Alright, that was fun. What I'm going to do now is, we have a white Trinity behind us, so why don't we stand around that, using our ability right here to Trinity Detect. What did we find? That was a weird frame slowdown right there. At least I see it on my end. I don't know if you can just see it after this is done rendering. An auriculum! Alright, I'll take the rare synthesis items any day of the week. Instead of going back to Sid, we are going to go up this way, and we're going to take this little shortcut here, because this is going to bring us to Merlin's study. And there's a lot of things that we need to now collect from Merlin's study, because we've gained some stuff, and we have new items and all that good stuff. Talking to Merlin, we are making excellent progress. This means that we have all level 2 spells. And because of that, he gives us a special gift. The Spellbinder Keyblade. That's 2 Keyblades we're collecting in this episode. Gonna be 3 soon, so it's kind of crazy. No, I do not want to practice my magic. I'm much better than you anyway. Before we go over the Spellbinder, why don't we head over here to Miss Fairy Godmother. Maleficent did drop the last Summon Stone, and once you give it to her, Summon Gem, whatever, it'll help out this little one, yada yada yada, and bibbidi bobbidi boo! We get Mushu from Mulan as our last summons. And because that's our last summons, she gives us something special. Give it to me. Here we go. The Lord Fortune Staff for Donald. So now he gets his own unique weapon. And if you didn't end up getting the Wizard Relic or whatever for Donald. Definitely the Lord Fortune is extremely good. So here's Wizard Relic, here's Lord Fortune. I think it's really cool. A staff strong in both physical and magical power, raises max MP by 1. It's a little bit weaker than the Wizard Relic, but if you go, it's cool design, because you have the Morning Star here, and it pretty much looks exactly like the Morning Star with the star and the staff, and now you have all these planets floating around it. It's only a little bit weaker than the Wizard Relic, which means the Wizard Relic is better in my opinion, at least for now. But if you didn't have it, then the Lord's Fortune would definitely be something I would recommend you putting onto Donald. As far as the Spellbinder goes, a great Keyblade up to this point that's perfect for magic users. Raises max MP by 2, significantly enhances magic and summon power. There's a better Keyblade that you get much later that's really good with the magic and the summons and things along that ways, but until that comes around, if you're a big magic user, definitely flip on the Spellbinder. But I suggest sticking with some other stuff because physical attacks are the main key. If anything, go with the Oathkeeper. Raises max MP by 1, but enhances magic and summon power as well, capable of dealing a string of critical blows, so you can't go wrong with putting on the Oathkeeper. It's a really cool weapon. I love the way it's designed. You have Kyrie's Lucky Charm as the keychain, and it's just a really cool weapon. And again, like I said before, it's a staple in the Kingdom Hearts series. Its partner, I guess you can say, we're going to be collecting a little bit later. But for right now, we got what we needed to get in here. I don't think we even need to come back inside of this at all. We finished, the 100-acre wood. And now that I go back over here, there's a yellow trinity that I can activate. That means I won't ever have to come back to the magician study. Oh no, I do have to come back a little bit later once I get all the arts. But until then, let us Trinity push. Whoa, careful, Donald. Okay, I don't know how we pushed the bottom one and created a stepladder. Oh, I missed anyway. But we can get up here to finally grab this chest that is on the side of the house, if I can jump up there, and get our AP up. So another stat boosting device, or stat boosting item. Hooray, hurrah, and all that in between. I am going to now fly out of here, probably fight a few Heartless in the District 3, and then meet you at Sid's. So I will see you there. Alright, a little scrimmage with some Heartless, and now I am back here with Sid and being able to give him the gummy block that we found. You found it! Alright, I'll go fix up your ship. Thank you, Sid. I appreciate that. And the fact that all I had to do was go into the waterway, pull something out of the wall, and bring it back to you, makes us even better. All set. You can get going anytime. I like it. Very efficient. Kid, I gotta say, I wish you didn't have to face all this danger. Nah, we're good. We got this. The three of us together, nothing will stop us. And that's going to pretty much end our trip right now in Traverse Town. Before I leave, I haven't done one of these in a while, there's actually a hidden Mickey here that I completely forgot about, and you can see better with Glide. This sign right here above the exit to Traverse Town is actually a homage to the signs from Disney World and Disneyland. See you again. You can even see the hidden Mickey on the top there. So it's just a fun little detail that they throw in, but we're going to do what it says and see it later. There's a new warp hole near Traverse Town. I wonder where it leads. Some weird power is emitting from the worlds. It might be worth revisiting some places again. What Chippendale is trying to tell you is now that all the battle levels have increased to their max amount. You know how I keep telling you the max and the min in terms of HP for Heartless? From here on out, every Heartless you encounter will have the maximum amount of stats and HP for the remainder of the game. So keep that in mind whenever you're going back and revisiting worlds. Let's see, what do we need to do here? We need to fly this way. This is actually a long journey in order to get back to Hollow Bastion, but as Sid said, we're pretty much going to be going around everything rather than straight through. Make sure you're flying to the right after some point after leaving Traverse Town, because the warp hole is going to be coming up. Right there it is. Pull right, and through the warp. But yeah, so all the Heartless in the game, they gradually increase in power as the game goes on, specifically like the shadows. So you have the least amount of health and the least amount of stats from the very beginning of the game. Now everybody is at their max potential. So you have to keep that in mind whenever you go back to other worlds, because now you're fighting things that are significantly stronger than what they were when you were first there. However, Sora is also significantly stronger, and you can still one-shot things no problem. I mean, it's like, going and fighting like the Power Wilds, for example, from Deep Jungle. It's still going to take you 2-3 hits or one good crit shot in order to make him go kablooey. So don't think that it's too out of hand, but it is scaled to make sure that Sora gets the most amount of experience and the most amount of, challenge as you go back through the worlds. I'm going to need to go do that at some point because I really got to start farming up some synthesis items. I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. I may stream it. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do. Like, you guys can come grind with me, yay! As I do the boring stuff, and then just kind of do a quick little mashup of it and throw them up as an episode saying, oh, here you go, this is my grinding episode through stream and yada yada yada. But otherwise that, after Hollow Bastion, there's only one more world, and I'm going to go right to it after Hollow Bastion, because there are original Heartless there, there are unique Heartless there as well, and there's items there, and you kind of want to push yourself as far forward with the story as you can until you hit this one mark called the Final Rest. And that is literally the point of no return. At that particular spot, if you move forward, it's to the end of the game or bust, and you can then jump back into your gummy ship before you go through it and collect all the stuff you need to collect and do all of the side stuff and things along that ways. And there's still quite a lot of good side stuff here, bosses and items to collect and another tournament and all that craziness. But before we get into that, we're here, back at Hollow Bastion. Let us disembark. Where's Belle?
Still in the castle.
That's my beast voice.
Against her will? No, I think she stayed for a reason. The other princesses are inside as well.
I wonder why. Let's go ask them.
You may need my strength. I'll go with you.
Thanks, Beast, but no thanks. To be honest with you, because Donald and Goofy are pretty much at the best they can be right now, and they're only going to keep getting better, these two are going to stay with me. Plus, there's more trinities and more things in order to unlock and whatnot as we go along. At this point, actually no, before I cut the video, because all it is really climbing back up Hollow Bastion, there is a new bubble that appeared over here to the right, and if you jump into it, you probably saw this treasure chest earlier in my videos, or if you saw while you're playing, but you're wondering how do you get this chest? Well, this is how you get it. You need to get it on your return visit to Hollow Bastion, and it is a defense up. More stat boosting items that I will gladly take. Now I'm going to do a cut, and because all it is me climbing up Hollow Bastion, and I don't want this video being any longer than it has to be. It's already going to be really long because of storyline. So if anything important happens, I will let you know, but until then, I will just fall. Oy. Sora leveled up, more MP, and another critical plus to add to our arsenal of self-stat boosting abilities. Passive abilities, that's it. Inside the entrance hall, you're going to come across a new enemy. As you can see, I'm locked onto something, but we cannot see it. Best thing to do is to use your stop ability in order to temporarily reveal it. This is a stealth soldier, a stealthy Heartless, similar in appearance to a soldier. It appears alongside other Heartless and deals attack from afar. Although a troublesome enemy, it shows itself once its weakness is uncovered. These guys are incredibly powerful and extremely annoying. Need to have your shield spell up as much as possible, and even then, they do a ridiculous amount of damage. Best ability would be to cast your stop spell in order to temporarily immobilize them, and it's a very, very temporary state indeed, and just keep beating them as much as you can. They do drop the Energy Stone, which is the unique synthesis item to them, and there is a chance that you can fight these guys before you rescue Kairi, before you leave Hollow Bastion the first time. So that's why there was still an HP difference. Hey, we got an Energy Stone. Awesome! So if you ever encounter them, just do your best to stop them and hit them as much as possible, because they can put on a hurt, that's for sure. Goofy got an HP boost and an MP haste. The With all the Heartless in the room taken down, we need to make a few little side stops before we move our way up the castle. And the first place would actually be the library. Ooh, we're gonna go check out some books, I see. No, we don't want to do that. We actually have to meet up with one of the princesses who happens to be here. The one that, of course, likes books. Can you figure out who that is?
Oh, Belle.
You've come to seal the keyhole, right? Please be careful. The darkness is raging deep inside. We've been holding it back. But we can't hold out much longer. But why don't you get back up there and help them, Belle, rather than sticking your nose in the books? Whatever, we'll take care of it. So it doesn't matter if Beast is in your party or not, this scene is going to happen. And it's a rather important scene because if you talk to Belle again, she gives you something that is used to face the darkness as the Beast has. Another Keyblade! The Divine Rose Keyblade. That's our third one for this episode. Actually, we're going to get 4 of them in total. And I don't think she's going to turn around. So this is Belle, first appearance Beauty and the Beast in 1991. A brave and intelligent young woman who understands the Beast's true nature. She's one of the 7 princesses needed to open the final keyhole. She and the Beast have lost their world to the darkness. I kind of wish she would have turned a little bit in order to talk to me, but every time you talk to her, she looks, and then she looks back at the bookshelf. So that's kind of annoying on her part, but whatever. She does give us a really good item, though. And something that I'm actually going to swap out for, because the Divine Rose, a powerful weapon that is difficult to deflect, capable of dealing a string of critical blows. It is stronger than the Olympia, which is awesome, and we have the same amount of MP with it, and yeah, that's going to be my new Keyblade for a while. It's not what I'm going to use for the end card, but it's still great. Anywho, making my way through that lift shop. Remember this particular lift that we took before that actually made a left? Well, now we're going right because I had hit the crystal pretty much around where you're seeing right now in terms of this camera angle. You can actually see the blue blinking in the upper left corner. That switched it from facing left to facing right, and we're able to take it up here in order to collect the item that we couldn't get before. And that would be, after it's done loading, over here and up. Come on, up top. Let's use our gravity magic. Bring it down to us. And within the mystery box, we get Rama Belt. Yes, and that would be based off of the Final Fantasy Summons Rama. And it's lightning based. Reduces lightning damage by 40% and also raises AP. That's all it is. You want to put it on somebody? That's all up to you. I don't need it. It's going to stay there. Time to head back. I'm going to do the cutting now.
Come on!
Donald went up with some strength.
Come on!
So our strength went up. Our journey up the castle has finally brought us to the room where we fought Maleficent the first time, when she was flying around on that piece of, earth, that platform. And here are the Princesses of Heart. Apparently they broke off into 2 separate cliques. We've been waiting for you, Keyblade Master. Where's Ansem? I'm guessing Belle was supposed to be with these 2. Gone. When the keyhole appeared, darkness poured out of it. It swallowed Ansem and he disappeared. Though Ansem is gone, the flood of darkness hasn't stopped. We're working together to hold it back. I cannot forget the look on his face. As the darkness engulfed him, he was smiling. What a weirdo. Anywho, Princesses of Heart. We're here. We can now talk about them and introduce them one by one. Let's start with this one right here. This is Princess Aurora, first appearance in Sleeping Beauty in 1959. A young woman with a lovely voice. She is loved by 3 good fairies and cursed by Maleficent. The sorceress captured Aurora to help open the final keyhole. And here we have Princess Aurora in her blue dress. Because remember, in Sleeping Beauty, it was always a wand fight between Flora and Merryweather, whether to make it blue or make it pink. Standing next to her and talking to her is, let me get a little bit better of an angle here. There we go. Cinderella, first appearance in her own movie, Cinderella, 1950. A hardworking young girl who's often bullied by her stepmother and stepsisters. She is one of the princesses needed to open the final keyhole and was captured by the Heartless. Her world has already been destroyed. Obviously, because she's here and we were never able to get to a Cinderella world. You are in later games, but I kind of wish they did it in this one. What do you three got to say? Sora, please hurry. Darkness is pouring from the keyhole. It's all we can do to just hold back the darkness. What can you do, Alice? You have no princess power. I don't know how long we can manage to hold it back, I think is what you said. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm on my way. We're counting on you, Keyblade Master. I'm trying to flip through these quickly. In the meantime, we'll do what we can, too. Yeah, it'd be nice if Belle was here in order to lend an assistance. But no, she has to be reading. Ugh. Next, Snow White. First appearance Snow White in the Seven Dwarfs in 1937. A beautiful princess, gentle and pure as snow. She is one of the princesses needed to open the final keyhole and was captured by the Heartless. Her world has already been swallowed by the darkness. Now, I believe I mentioned before that she would have been in a cutscene if you chose not to do Alice's Wonderland first before you did Deep Jungle. And we never actually talked about Jasmine when we were in Agrabah, so here she is now. First appearance in Aladdin in 1992. Spirited princess of Agrabah. Longing for a life of freedom, she slipped away from the palace and encountered Aladdin, who she quickly grew fond of. As one of the princesses with the power to open the keyhole, she was abducted by Jafar and the Heartless. And she was obviously one of the ones that we needed to find. And good for us, we did it! Yay, now you need to get back to Agrabah and tell Aladdin that you're okay. Because, you know, he's probably worried sick. I got a few more things to do. I got to go through this lift shop really quickly, and then I got another room that I have to clear out Heartless from. So hold on one moment. Watch out for those stealth soldiers. They're a pain. Goopy's AP went up. Sweet. I don't know if I made it clear, but the stealth soldier is the unique Heartless to Hollow Bastion. You're only going to find them here in the castle. But we do have a chest that we can now pick up because all the Heartless are gone from this room, which is a dark matter, and you definitely want to make sure to come up here and along the back wall because there is a chest way up here all by itself that contains the Oblivion keychain. That is Keyblade number 4, for this episode. And this would be the second one compared to the Oathkeeper. So you have your Oathkeeper, and then the next most popular one would be the Oblivion. Possesses colossal power, but reduces max MP by 1. I have a feeling that this thing kind of took a nerf for Final Mix, because I always thought it was stronger, or at least better. But it's still a real cool-looking Keyblade, another one of the staples for the series. You see this in pretty much every Kingdom Hearts, the Oblivion and the Oathkeeper. And it's alright, it's not a bad Keyblade. I can't really tell what the keychain is, but the Oathkeeper I think is better. It's just a good complement to that. Let me see what I got. Oh yeah, that's right, I have some stat boosting items. I think I'm going to put these on right now just because I know I need some AP right now for Sora, because I want to give him the Ragnarok ability. I think I got confused a little bit a while ago, because I thought the Ars Arkham's ability was the Ragnarok ability, but it's not. The Ragnarok ability is so much better. Before you fly in, make sure you get this chest over to the left as well. It is an important chest, and if you don't get, you definitely want to come back for. Puppies! 61, 62, and 63. We are really close to having every single puppy. I think we are 10 chests away, so that's 30 puppies now, so that gives us, 69 puppies. Okay, whatever. And we'll be able to collect them now that we have all of the abilities. Ignoring everybody, let us jump through the portal into the dark depths. Whoa. Inside this extremely trippy and psychedelic room is our boss, the Behemoth. 1,350 HP will give you 7,000 experience and the Omega Arts after you beat him. This is an immensely powerful Heartless. With their large frame, they trample enemies and repel most attacks. Damaging their weak point makes them lose consciousness. Strike them with potent attacks while they are down. And that would be the Ragnarok that I shot off right there. That would be the quote-unquote potent attack, whatever. Basically what you want to do is you want to get up on the behemoth's back and start whapping at the horn. After so much time beating it, it will fall over and it'll be stunned, as Jiminy's Journal mentions. You can then jump up on it and everybody can just kind of take turns and just whack at it. After so much time, as you see right there, he becomes invincible as he recovers himself and shoots a lightning bolt attack at Sora. After the lightning bolts go away, he's able to be hit again, so get up on the back and start whapping, and you can actually counter some of his techniques by hitting him fast enough and preventing him from actually getting it off. If he summons the lightning bolts, you can cure yourself before the lightning hits and actually not take any damage so long as you have Leaf Racer on. This way, you can prevent taking any type of unnecessary damage. As far as an enemy goes, Behemoth isn't really that hard, as you can see. I mean, he does have a few crazy techniques, but I'm still able to pull off random attack moves from Sora, mainly the Ragnarok ability, and still have more than enough MP and more than enough life in order to attack him. It's just getting up on his back is a little annoying. There we go. Come on, Sora, let's do this. Get him! The gravity spell does work, so by all means, keep Gravity Break on, and just keep whacking at him. He's going to go down shortly. And there we go. Sora and Donald leveled up. Nice. And we got the Omega Arts. A very good accessory. But aren't they all good in some way?
Now let's go and seal that big keyhole.
Sora, you did it.
What the? Wait, guys, don't you want to seal the keyhole first? We can investigate the voice later. Which I believe is Leon. Yep, it's Leon and the gang. What are you guys doing here? We came in Sid's ship. This is our childhood home. We wanted to see it again. It's in worse shape than I feared. It used to be so peaceful. Don't worry. If we defeat Ansem, all should be restored, including your island. Really? But it also means goodbye. Once the worlds are restored, they'll all be separated again. Everyone will go back to where they came from. Then I'll visit you guys with the gummy ship. It's not that simple. Before all this, you didn't know about other worlds, right? Because every world was isolated. Impassable walls divided them. The Heartless destroyed those walls. But if the worlds return, so will the walls. Which means gummy ships will be useless. So you're saying we'll never... Aww.
We may never meet again.
At least until
but
Kingdom
we'll
Hearts 2.
never forget each other.
No matter where we are, our hearts will bring us together again.
Besides, I couldn't forget you even if I wanted to.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hurry! Come and close the keyhole!
Sora, good luck.
Alright guys, let's do this. This is what we came here to accomplish. Lock it up, Sora. Probably the most dangerous keyhole we've had to seal since beginning this entire journey. Locked. And done. So trippy. Whoa, man. Thank you, Sora. I think the darkness has begun to weaken. Shut up, Alice. But I can feel a powerful darkness growing somewhere far away. It's the heart of the darkness. It must be where Ansem went. Then we'll take the gummy ship and deal with both Ansem and the Heartless. A worthy answer, Keyblade Master. See, you all say that I'm a Keyblade Master. Why can't anybody else admit to it? Whatever. For some reason, the princesses give us the power of fire, I guess. And we now have our level 3 fire spell. Yay, Firaga! Once the darkness is gone, all should return to its original state. Yes, we knew this already. Kairi will be back on the island? Most certainly, and you should be too. I can't go home till I find Riku and the king. There's a man with his priorities straight. Very good. Okay. This is where I'm going to stop it. We went through a whole lot right now, and Hollow Bastion is officially finished, unless I come back and try to go and collect items from, synthesis items and whatnot. But thank you all for watching. Be sure to rate and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, MetalBlade427. I apologize that this was a long episode, but as you can see, there are storyline elements all over the place in this particular episode. And in the next one, we are actually going to the homeworld of the Heartless. It is the final planet that we need to visit on our journey, and as I stated before, we are going to keep pushing forward until we hit this final rest point, because after that, oh man, the side quests. Oh, the side quests. I don't exactly know how I'm going to handle them, but when I figure it out, I'm sure to let you guys know. Thank you again. Y'all have a good one, and I will catch you guys later.